What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Vancouver's Worst Drivers. Let's start this video off with this clip of this crazy cutoff here sent in by Akhil. And the crazy thing about this video as well is the guys were just laughing at this guy as they almost got in an accident here. So I used to drive in this area a lot at Grandview on-ramp, off-ramp, / Boundary Road, and I've seen a lot of crazy things in this area, but nothing like this. This guy's just camped right in the middle of the HOV lane. You know, at first I thought, okay, maybe his vehicle malfunctioned or something, trying to give him the benefit of a doubt, but no, his vehicle works. I guess he's lost or something's going on, even though both these lanes lead to Highway 1. So Edward sent in this clip, and I'm just shaking in my head at this guy. First of all, he's like halfway in the middle of Edward's lane, so how the hell is Edward supposed to get around him? But if you take a look at his face right here, he's not even looking left whatsoever, and then almost gets in another accident. Up next, we got a couple pedestrian clips from Zhao Yu. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Like this guy just jaywalking right in the middle of the street. And if you slow it down, it looks like he's making like a rolling motion like, hey, I'm hoping Zhao Yu's going to just run me over with their car. And then up next, you got this pedestrian basically jaywalking right in the middle of a road and then being upset that someone almost hit them. Like, what are they expecting? And then watch this pedestrian make one of the worst decisions of his life by picking up something in front of a moving vehicle, but then running back in front of that same moving vehicle to get back to the sidewalk. Just such a bad decision there. I guess it's good sometimes to invest in like an SUV or a pickup truck, because that way when you screw up like this, you're not going to get stuck and end up being recorded for everybody to see you on the internet. Alright, so let's teleport over to Richmond, and you got two fails in this clip, starting with this one where this driver is turning left from the middle lane, which makes zero sense considering there's already a left turn only lane there. And then just seconds later, 604 SNG catches this guy driving on the wrong side of the road. Yeah, buddy, get on your own side. So fun fact, if there's an obstruction of a road and it's on your side, you have to yield to traffic on the other side of the road. Well, none of these people end up doing that, and then this car almost gets in a head-on accident with Steven in the process. Scary clip for Jung here where he almost gets hit head-on as this guy's forced onto the other side of the road. Ethan records this driver possibly driving under influence, and you'll see why here in a second. And you'll notice the time, it says basically 11:19 p.m. And I've heard a stat from the US that basically 10% of drivers after midnight are intoxicated on the road. And this driver right here, driving right in the middle of a road, he's probably one of them. So I'm going to put my detective hat on, and I figure based on this green light right here and all the traffic going in a straight line both directions, this guy turning left is probably at fault. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think's going on here. So the silver car is inching their way into the lane that Sim is in, and three things is going on for this Toyota driver up ahead. One, they're not going to let the guy in, and they see that they're signaling, but not going to let them in. Two, they want a new bumper. Or three, they just tried stopping them before they got into that lane. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think's going on. So up next, we got a couple of red light runners who just make their own way across the red light. And I know a lot of you in the comment section and on Instagram tell me, well, you know, they're probably cops and yada, yada, yada. But I feel like you guys are being way too generous here. There are so many insane people out there that, yes, maybe one or two of them are cops, but most of them are probably are not. And here's another driver, you know, trying to make his way across the forbidden red light here, but instead of just stopping when he sees that Tesla and that white SUV cross in front of him, he's still going to make his way through. He's just going to force his way through and assert dominance. So we got a bunch of clips here from Ryan, who submitted me a whole ton, and here are the best ones. Starting off with this cyclist who runs through their stop sign, and then when Ryan honks, flips him the bird, which as we all know, and I know a lot of people have strong feelings about cyclists here. But the next bike clip, this woman is slightly nicer, but unfortunately for her, she's just not really that aware and just kind of makes her way across the street at the worst time. So this intersection at Willingdon is notoriously bad, and I get a lot of video clips from this spot, but it's not very often where you get two fails, such as this guy doing a U-turn as someone goes straight through the left turn lane all at the same time. So yes, it is August and this video was recorded in January, but take a look at this guy's windshield, okay? Now, I always post these kind of snow videos, where people don't wipe the snow off their cars, but this is just next level. All of this guy can see out of is basically a 1 square foot of his windshield, and that's about it. And then here's another snow clip from Ryan. And this cab is going to just basically force his way into this roundabout. Gets mad that Ryan honks at him. And, if I was Ryan, I would just keep going if I wanted a free new bumper. Canada Way in Willingdon is also a notoriously bad intersection, and it just seems like anything goes there. Just like this example right here, where this RAV4 is trying to do a U-turn, and he's going to get to his destination no matter what, and no matter who he pisses off in the process. This video clip is from a Joyce Collingwood area, and obviously I don't have the audio on due to copyright issues with the radio, but this pedestrian on the left is going to make his way across, and this car turning left has the audacity to honk at this guy for crossing the street. Like, what is going on here? Obviously, I've seen a lot of videos where people are forcing their way into spots that they're not supposed to, just kind of without any regard for anybody else, just like the last few clips. But I've never really seen anybody try this by driving on the wrong side of the road. So I feel like we can all agree that when there's no lights at an intersection, like say they've lost power or whatever it is, we can all agree that no one knows what to do in that situation. It becomes a chaotic free-for-all where everybody's trying to drive through the intersection all at once. And for those of you who don't know what to do, it turns into a four-way stop. So everyone's supposed to stop and then proceeds through when it's safe. Now, does that ever happen? No. I don't have official stats on this, but I feel like this intersection at Sussex and Kingsway has the highest number of U-turns of any intersection in the entire province. And here's a prime example of that at the worst possible time. Matchbook Collector gets in this close call where this driver basically forces his way right into his lane. And the worst part about it is that he misses the light and can't even drive up and tell him what he thinks about his driving. Nothing scarier than driving around a corner and realizing that someone's coming at you head on, driving the wrong way. I've said it once, but I'll say it again. If you're gonna cut people off, don't just stop in front of them because that makes the situation 10 times worse. Alright, so I know that this guy to the left is gonna run this red light and almost hit Darby, but I will say I love this save. This is probably one of the best saves I think I've ever seen on this channel. So Boss Kev Lee assures me that he signaled off the curb here, and this is a big reason why a lot of people should be mindful of this when people are pulling away from a curb, that if they're signaling, they're coming at you. You just know what's going to happen in these roundabout clips, and you know this driver is embarrassed when they barely make eye contact with Shan and just drive off slowly. I never understood how these situations happen. Just because one driver is doing one thing doesn't mean the car behind them is going to do the exact same thing. So it's one thing to run a red light and almost hit someone. It's another thing like this driver here who almost hits Henry and then honks at him for him running his own red light. Only in Vancouver can you be on road with basically a few vehicles, see them coming from a mile away, yet still almost get in an accident. So this driver high beams Zane as if, hey, get out of my way, I'm going to hang a left. Like, what? I don't think that's exactly how it works. What also doesn't work is parking right in the middle of a lane as somebody's coming toward you. So keep your eye on the right hand side. This driver just runs right through this red light, and you can tell that this Civic is just questioning whether he or she should even be on the road at this point. And as I always say, if you can't see if it's clear, don't proceed through. And this is also a prime example of why that truck on the left shouldn't have stopped. I know you're doing the person a favor, but putting people in a pretty precarious situation. It's pretty amusing for me seeing this video clip because, first of all, this person still can't stay within their lines, which is a typical Vancouver thing. And then Stephen honks, and then this person still doesn't know what they're doing and then just takes up two lanes at the same time, which doesn't make it any better. And then last clip of the day goes to Brad here with this van driver who just has zero clue about anybody else on the road and where they are. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Send me in your videos by email. I'd love to see them, and look forward to talking to you guys in my next episode.